थैंक यू सो मच मैम, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ऑल योर क्लासेस। मैंने आपके साथ मनी मैनिफेस्टेशन की क्लास की, मैंने भगवत गीता की भी क्लास की। मैम बीच में ऐसा लग रहा था सब कुछ रुक गया है, बट हाँ, अगर मैं अपने करियर वाइज देखती हूँ तो अपॉर्चुनिटी स्टार्टेड फ्लोइंग, एंड दिख रहा है कि सामने हो सकता है कि कुछ मेरा अच्छे से सेट हो जाए। 3-4 अपॉर्चुनिटीज एक साथ आई हैं, एंड सेकेंडली जो मैं भगवत गीता की जो क्लास कर रही हूँ उससे मेरे को बहुत इंटरनल स्ट्रेंथ मिल गया है। जो एम्प्टीनेस था वो फिनिश हो गया है। आई एम, जिसको बोलते हैं ना, रिवाइव्ड वंस अगेन टू फाइट बैक।
अभी और रिवाइवल होगा, हम सबका रिवाइवल होगा, क्योंकि नाउ वी हैव अ फ्रेमवर्क फॉर लाइफ, है ना, that how we need to proceed, what we should be thinking, and every chapter is like getting more and more difficult to understand, like comprehend. So let's get started then, while people are joining. So hello everyone, this is Dr. Divya Madan from soulfullivingllc.com, and we are on chapter 9. And today this is like the day which is where the talk is about Guhyayoga. Remember, we have been talking about Guhyayoga multiple times, like when we were doing Lata Mangeshkar's like After Journey, and I told you guys that she's in Guhyalok, and till that time I did not knew about this word, what is Guhyalok. So maybe I will repeat that whole thing one more time, because I when I was looking at it, I just get the number, name, like Guhyalok, but I had no clue why Guhyalok. And now I come to know that the whatever we are learning in Gita is the Guhya Gyan. So all the chapters, like first, second chapter, 6, 7 chapter, like this is like the Gyan. It's a secret wisdom, right? So it's very interesting when people say that this is like, you call it like the most secret knowledge or most secret wisdom, but it is like everywhere. The Gita is like lying everywhere. You can buy it, you can go online, you can go here, you can go there. So this book is like available, right? So why do you say that it is a secret? क्यों ये गुह्य ज्ञान है? Why this is a secret science? So Guhyalok is basically the place where you get the knowledge for attaining the moksh. So अब समझ में आ रहा है कि why that, because she was a very divine soul, right? तो वो उनका गुह्यलोक में जाना, और कोई भी डिवाइन सोल है तो अगर वो गुह्यलोक में जाए, और अगर उन्होंने जीते like if they have not understood the completely the moksha, right? और अब भी मुझे समझ में आ रहा है that why this happened, why she had to go there, even though she was living a life of chastity, है ना, पवित्र लाइफ था, संतों की लाइफ जी रही थी, है ना, ब्रह्मचर्य की लाइफ जी रही थी, अपने कर्म को पूरी तरह से बहुत आदर से जी रही थी, स्टिल क्यों जाना पड़ा? तो अभी हम लोग जब चैप्टर 9 को पढ़ रहे हैं, गुह्यलोक, इट्स अ गुह्यतम ज्ञान, मोस्ट सीक्रेट नॉलेज। तो बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग सा एनालॉजी आया, लाइक when somebody said that Gyan is available, this Gita is available everywhere, right? So why do we have to do this sessions, right? So very good example was, and I tell this example all the time, the book is everywhere. There's a maths book, there's science book, there is medical book, there's engineering book, but by just reading the book, do you become engineer, or do you become doctor, or do you become something, right? Just by reading the book is there, out there, probably you can read it, you can get some understanding of it, some knowledge of it, but when an expert takes your hand and takes you to the path, right? There is a racket, the badminton racket or a tennis racket out there, but just holding the racket does not make you a player. right? You can practice, but still, somebody who has walked that path can definitely help you to get better results of your effort. So that is why this is called Guhyatam Gyan, that has to be narrated. So he's also so now Krishna is talking about the nirgun and sagun aspects of divinity. What is nirgun? What is sagun? So if you take Gyan, the wisdom, as nirgun, you cannot see it, right? Can you see the wisdom? No, you cannot. Can you feel the wisdom? No, you cannot. But the Vigyan, the science which is manifested from the wisdom, right? That you can feel, because it has bhutas, means earth, water, air, fire, space. Okay, so the manifestation of the true wisdom, the science, the Gyan, is the Vigyan, which is gross, and consists of bhutas. And everything which consists of bhutas, means earth, water, air, fire, space, is destructible, perishable. Kitni chalaki kar le. Like we all remember, we all know these stories, right? When during the Holi we were talking about that Prahlad was the bhakt of Bhagwan Vishnu, and Hiranyakashipu, his father, was like really, because he did tapasya and he got like so many blessings, right? I do not want to die here, I do not want to die there, this person cannot kill me, that thing cannot kill me, na stri, na purush, na admi, na janwar, na subah, na sham, all that thing, that I cannot be killed, please God bless me. So he got these blessings, right? He did tapasya and he got these blessings, hopefully from Shivji. Somebody gave these blessings to him. I think Shivji is Bole Baba, right? He gave blessings to everyone. So that is what I feel, that he got these blessings, and finally Bhagwan had to come in the form of Narasimha. I do not want to die inside, outside, day or night, or from any animal or any human being. All that stayed there. He came into the form of Narasimha. He was not a man, not a woman, he was not an animal, he was not anything. He came into when there was a sandhi happening. So what I'm trying to say is, like, human being which is made up of bhutas, they can try becoming as intelligent as they come, as conniving as they come. They can just do whatever, 100 permutation combination to cheat God, or the divinity, or the universe, or people. Universe will bring it to them in some or the other form. All right. So what he's talking about, that the nirguna. Nirguna means when you do not attach any characteristic to anything. When you do the bhakti, so there is like many kind of bhakti, but kevala samadhi, kevala bhakti is one kind of bhakti where you are just like, bhakti is just praying to God, doing nothing, literally nothing, just being centered into the God. Again, here Krishna is talking as I, it is in me, everything is in me. But when he's saying me, he's not talking about his destructible the body made up of Panchabhut. He's talking about the supremest consciousness from which everything has created and everything will dissolve in it. And then again Krishna says that people who do not believe in me, who do not have faith in me. So people who do not have faith in the Supreme, they do not have even faith in themselves. They keep trying very hard. Right? So he said, like, when people have no faith in me and they said, we are the one who can do everything. Yes, but have that faith that something is watching over us. And just when you rely on that with complete surrender, then everything will turn out right. But the moment, like, people who do not believe in it, it's like, okay, no problems. You will come to me whenever time comes. Right now, just stay in the cycle of life and death. Go round and round. Whenever it will be your time, I'll see to you. At this point of time, I have nothing to do with you. So again, Arjun is like, you are talking about bhakti, you're talking about being nirguna, being situated in you. My mind has to be situated in you. Whatever you're doing, give it to me. So again, in the battlefield, Arjun is in so much confusion, doubt, anguish, and Krishna is like, give it to me. No, you're not a sinner. When you are working for the dharma, right, for the righteousness, for the virtue, don't worry too much. Give, if you feel it is a sin, even if that, give to me. Because Arjun, you are not the one who is jealous of me. So I am willing to give you this most secret wisdom and knowledge that everything you do, you can give it back to me. Don't worry about it. So you are not getting into the Karma Bandhan. You cook, you clean, you go to work, you do whatever. Whenever there is a situation, what do you do? Whenever there is a situation, which is beyond your control, happily give it to the divine. Vitthala, Vitthala, Panduranga, Vitthala. As I always say, that whenever, like, I am sitting over here, always I start, like, in my mind, it is like I'm sitting into the feet of Vitthala. The Vitthala will teach me, Vitthala give me the knowledge, Vitthala will give me the understanding. Everything will come from Vitthala. If I'm saying anything wrong, goes to him. If I'm saying right, it also goes to him. And always I feel that the hand over my head is like the Vitthala, and it's like, go ahead. So I would like all of you to practice that. Just by listening, it will not happen. You have to practice it. And the practice, remember, yes, last time what did I say? That you have to connect from the divine light, which is the creator. You can call it Krishna consciousness, you can call it supreme consciousness. And from there, the light is just falling on you, on your crown, and you connect to your heart. And this practice, and then while you are in life, you connect to your Muladhara. And then you connect to the earth. So when you do these, like, at least take 5 points, and you keep this in practice. Once you do that, second step would be on your tip of the nose. You breathe in, breathe out. We did talk about it, right? And then you get situated. You will feel that you get situated on your third eye. And then you stay there. So these are the steps Bhagavan is talking about. That these are the steps that if you do this is like not the easiest step. These are like, so right now what he's talking about is Bhakti Yoga. So there is like Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Siddha Yoga. But Gita is all about Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti is the easiest path and sure short path. It is very obvious when people are in pain. Bhagwan mere bacche ki raksha karna. Bolte na, Bhagwan raksha karna. Bhagwan meri raksha karna. Bhagwan parivar ki raksha karna. Like, protect us, protect us, protect us. So this is like natural to most of us. सुख शांति समृद्धि देना, रक्षा करना, भगवान मेरे बच्चे की रक्षा, भगवान मेरी रक्षा करना. So when we naturally keep asking, but when you ask for the protection from the divine consciousness, if you connect immediately to the Krishna consciousness and you connect to that light, and then you say, today I need protection from this negativity, today I need protection from this, or today I need protection from that. When you know there's a situation and you are feeling anxious about it, why don't you give it to it? So we go further. And again Krishna says that I am into everyone. What he is saying, that everyone is because of me, everyone is created out of me, but I am not in everyone. So I got a little confused what exactly it means that I am into everyone. Like everyone is into me, but I am not in everyone. So I'm like, okay, what does that mean? And very beautifully explains that ice is formed out of water, right? So there is a water in ice. There's a water in ice, but the water does not contain ice. So ice is the manifestation of a water in a certain form. But water is not an ice. It has multiple forms in it. So water is in multiple forms, but it is not that. Let's think of like other examples too. So for example, everything which is like, which can burn, like wood, paper, it can be easily burnt, right? So that means they have a fire element in them, but it is not like visible to you until you show it that flame or fire or chingari. Jab tak matches nahi jalai, jab tak we have not turned on the lighter and touched it, the fire element of wood or paper or anything perishable, which is inflammable, is not pratyaksha, it is not visible. So that power of you, like your soul only gets ignited. So you have your soul connected to the Supreme Consciousness, but understanding of the Supreme Consciousness needs the lighter of knowledge, lighter of true wisdom, lighter of bhakti, the surrender. I understand this concept is like little difficult, but as you practice, as you contemplate every day, you will be able to get the bhav, the meaning of it. So again, he also gives another example of air. Like in the space, air exists. In the space, air exists. But air is impacted by space. But does a space cannot exist without air? A space can exist without air. We know that we have a Vayumandal. As you go onto that, like as you go up in the higher mountains and stuff, the oxygen level starts going down, right? So as the air is sitting in the space by itself, so air needs a space, but space is not dependent upon air. Similarly, Krishna is the holder of everything, but he is not dependent upon the individuals. So he only gets ignited into those who are the seeker of true wisdom. So again, with all of that, that Krishna says that everything has started from me and it will dissolve in me. So we did talk about this, like the manifestation of everything. I'm into everything. We did talk about it, that I am in the radiance of fire. I'm the fragrance of the flower. So he is like sukshma. This is like sukshma traits. And its manifestation is the Vigyan, or the science, or the flower is the manifestation. The physical, like yantra, the machine. But what it is producing? Multiple things. So again, just try to understand, like when you're eating, how many things you do. Like you are hungry, so your stomach, and when you're eating good food, which you're relishing, so what happens? One, your stomach gets filled. Second, you enjoy the taste. And third, you feel tushti, like the contentment. When you eat something which you do not like, but you had no other option, but you're hungry, what will happen? Sometimes you only like eat like a few bites, still you feel like okay. Do you feel happy then? Do you feel contented then? No. So fragrance, when there's a flower and you enjoy the beauty of it, you feel happy looking at the flower, and if it has a beautiful fragrance, all of it combined together, it also gives you tushti, santosh, contentment, happiness. So now think of yourself, like what you provide to people. Have you ever think of it? That what your presence do when they look at you, when they hear you, when they talk to you, when they work with you, when they meet you, what kind of emotions you generate in others. Obviously, you cannot, there will be people who are jealous of you, even if you're going to give good things, right? But people who are not jealous of you, who look at you at least with like some love, some care, some respect, what do you give back to them? Genuineness, sincerity, hope, support, love, care, enjoyment, what your presence is bringing to them. You have to really, really, really think through it. Bhakti is fine. I am giving everything to God, but learning is important. So keep it in mind. All right. So because again and again we are talking about action. Krishna is talking about action, the karma. And he's saying that this universe is like the outcome of the karma. And every single human being is the part of that karma. Right? So depending on what karma is created, that the reincarnation will keep happening. Obviously, I told you, man or human mind can be as clever as it can be, but Narsimha will come to slay Hiranyakashipu. So even us, like we every day we have so many things going inside of mind, good, bad, ugly, happy, like all kinds of things keeps going in our mind, and that is the Mahabharata inside of us. And we have to be careful that this thought is adharma, this thought is dharma, and how we can, with our understanding the Krishna's consciousness, if I bring towards the dharma side, how I can dissolve my adharma, how I can slay my adharma which is getting into my mind, in my thoughts, because the thought will create words and action. So be careful. Okay? So Krishna says that even if like good or bad, I am into every action. But those actions do not bind me. I am into every action. As I said, that water is in the ice, but ice is not in the water. Similarly, he is into every action, but he is not the action. What does that mean? It is because like the cause and effect. If there is a karan, there will be something, there will be a result, cause and effect. Something will always happening. Although initially we talked, don't worry about the result. But whatever your action will be, your outcome will be in accordance. So Krishna again tells Arjun that people who laugh at me, mock at me, they do not know that I have taken a human form by my Shakti of Yoga Maya to give this wisdom to the entire world. But still, like, not everyone will take it. But I am here. So people who do not mock me and people who are not jealous of me, I will be always their savior and protector. And there are people like who do not understand that what is the value of time, where they are spending their time. So if they are the person who are like bewildered, they will be spending time into fruitless action, fruitless thoughts, and like they will be spending energy where they should not. So remember, I wrote that quote for all of you guys: things which does not evolve you, do not get involved in it. Did I tell you that? Things that does not evolve you, do not involve you. उस झंझट में कभी नहीं पड़ना जिससे आपको कुछ भी नहीं मिल रहा हो, अच्छा कुछ नहीं मिल रहा हो, गलत छोड़ो। अच्छा अगर आपको कुछ नहीं मिल रहा है तो उस चीज को जितनी जल्दी हो सके आप जो है भगवान को समर्पित करके आप बाहर आ जाओ। आप देख लो क्या करना है इसका, मुझे ज्ञान दो कि मैं क्या करूं। लेकिन मैं इस कोई भी सिचुएशन है, whatever the situation is in my life which I am not able to control, I'm giving it to you. My loan, my issues, my relationships which is not working, anything which is not working, hey Krishna, अब आप ले लो. And you give me the solution. Now I surrender it to you. I surrender it to you. Make it good. Make it working. Make it good. Or whatever is right for me, just do it. Remember, I taught also that in the morning when you get up, you make the hand your plate, like left hand, and from the right hand, you can start your day with the Shivaling Mudra, and you can chant one of the mantras where you say, I will just send the mantra, Om Sahna Bhavatu Sahno Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahe Tejasvanamadittamastu Ma Vidvishavahe Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hey, so Om Sahna Bhavatu means please stay with me. We enjoy together, we do good karma together. So you can invite, so here I am inviting Shiva with me, but you can just, but anyone, you can just think of, take it close to your heart and ask them to walk with you all day. First thing in the morning, you do the sankalpa. Whomsoever you want to work with, first you give it to God that I want to just be with me. Let's walk together. Let's have fun together. Let's enjoy together. Let's be in harmony and let's be in peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So whenever we start our day with a clean, clear affirmations that this is and let my day flow easily with love, with care, with support. So you have created a sankalpa, right? So every moment of the day with the sankalpa is already created, then you can see how your day flows with ease. Second thing I'll talk about a rhythm. So fruitless action. Why do we do that? Why do we get engaged into things which are nonsense? Because we are not aware of the rhythm. Tal. Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, tha, ni, sa. Right? I'm not in sur right now, but the tal, the rhythm. So everything has a rhythm. The day, night, everything has a rhythm, right? So we have to, why it is said that you have to be in routine, why you should be having time slotted for everything, because you do not want to break your rhythm, right? So remaining in the rhythm is remaining in the sur is very, very important. Otherwise, what will become? Asur. What is asur? Asur is Rakshas, the demons, right? So when you just lose your rhythm, do you want to listen to a song which doesn't have a good rhythm? No, we don't, right? So the rhythm is important. So if you maintain the rhythm in your life without getting lazy, you will not be indulged into things like gossiping or unnecessarily watching TV for hours. You can plan your relaxation time, but you don't get over engaged in those activities or gossiping or talking on phone forever. And I'm sure none of them are doing it right now. You guys are so focused in your work, right or wrong? It's right. Okay. So again, so the secret Gyan, what he's talking about is again bhakti, that person, people who bow into me, who give into me, who meditate on me, those are the people are always my favorites, and they will all be able to at least go to Swargalok. Swargalok means that when you do good deeds, so it is possible that you will be going to the Swargalok, like the heaven. The heaven is fifth dimension. So how long you stay there? As long as your punya karma. If you have done lots of good deeds, you'll go to Swargalok. But when it is like vanished, it's like a bank account. So when it is like utilized, you come back to the Prithvi Lok or Mrityu Lok, where the death happens. In the Swargalok, it is just you come back, you just go the circle, but there's no like nothing like death. So Keval Bhakti, when you are like formless state. So I'm again talking to you about light. Every time we are connecting, it's like we connect with the light. We connect with the light, the highest of the highest, which is the light after which the Om started. So that light, the divine golden light, Om emanated from it. The sound came after light. So we are connected to the Krishna consciousness of the divine light, right? So when you pray to Krishna consciousness, the word is Krishna. You can call it whatever. So when you are connected to the divine formless, this is called Keval Bhakti, and it is absolutely favorite of the Supreme Consciousness. So he said, I am the one who is in the Richas. Richas means the shloka of the Vedas. So Rig Veda, Sam Veda, right? Atharved was the fourth one, which was later added. But there were three Vedas that started with Yajurved, Rigved, Samved. So when you do yagya, again, like everything which is offered, I am into those yagya also. So I am the part of Samidha, Swadha, whatever is offered in the yagya. I am into everything. The ghee is me. the flower is me, the fruit is me, whatever is offered in the fire is me. So everything which is done in the yagya, the yagya is basically the holy sacrifice or holy fire. So everything which is being done, and the yagya which is happening, the doer is also me. So I am like everything is emanated from me. So I am into everything as ice has water. Everybody is with me. So this is like a shlokas and the meaning. But what we have to get from the crux is that I am into Om, because it's light. That is what I'm saying, that I am into Om. I am into your father, I am into your mother, I am into your ancestors, I am into everyone, everywhere. So I am the supreme goal who holds on to everything. I radiate heat as the sun. I hold back or send forth showers. So it's like I am the one who's the heat of the sun, which helps the waters to evaporate and make clouds and get it back and shower on the earth. So I am into that cycle. So for all of us have to understand again the simple principle that Kana Kana mein Bhagwan, every single atom, subatom, neo atom, neo particle, whatever you call it, everywhere there is a God particle. God is everywhere. And very interestingly, he talks about that bhakti. So whom you should be praying to. So he says that everything has emanated from me. The Om has emanated from me. So all the gods have emanated from me. So Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, like everything which is being said is like emanated from me. I am the one who is the sustainer. I am the one who has created everything. Everything is coming inside of me. So still he's talking about that divine light. So supreme consciousness talking to the humanly body of Krishna. So Krishna is considered to be avatar because from someone this divine knowledge is coming out. Right? It's not a normal thing that this wisdom was being passed through him. So he says like all the gods and goddesses also have been created out of me. So if you are praying to Ma Saraswati, right, the goddess of wisdom, you get the wisdom. If you're praying to whosoever, you will get that. If you're praying to Buddha, you will be getting the Buddhatva, like the wisdom. If you're praying to Lakshmi, you get the. So you will get the traits of whomsoever you are praying to. But if you pray to the supreme consciousness, then you get the completeness. So let's keep moving forward. So he's like again, like you, if you're praying to certain God, you will be getting to that God. If you're so people whomsoever they pray to, some people also pray to Bhoot Preta. You've heard that, right? They do Bhoot Siddhi, and so people, those kind of people will go to Bhoot Preti Yoni only. They are not going to God. People who are so whomsoever you pray to, that is where you will be going to. Then he said, what does he accept? So he said that anything, if you come to me with a leaf, one flower, one fruit, water, you can just give it to me, any one of these, and I will be happy. And if you give a tulsi patta, a basil leaf, he's not even saying leaves or flowers or fruits. He says one fruit, one flower, one anything. Even the poorest of the poorest can offer at least one of these, right? So they should be offering those on a regular basis, or maybe once in a while. So whatever you bring it to him, he will be happily accepting it. So for me, it is for me, I just feel that yes, that offering should be made when you are doing the prayers, But if you are not able to do that, at least whenever you're eating something, at least so pray to your food and give it to the God before eating it. Even if you can at least do that, that would be acceptable. Yes, that would be acceptable too. That I am eating your prasad. The food I am eating is your prasad. Is your okay. So again, Krishna is saying, Arjun, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer, as a I will take you, I'll take it, and I will bestow you with the gifts. Whatever you do with like ultimate devotion towards me, I will accept it. And there are many stories, like we have heard about the kheer story. Remember, like one boy was he was going through every day he used to go to school with his sister through the jungle. So one day he could not go with the sister. The sister was not, I think she got ill. So the story goes like this. So there was a little boy who wanted to go to school, and so his school was like really far, and he had to cross a jungle every day. So one day he had to go alone, and he was very scared. So the mother said, do not get scared. The Krishna will come with you. So every day he would, so he's like, as soon as you will enter the jungle, Krishna will come and he will take you. So he went to the jungle, and a boy came to him, and he just kept talking to him, and he crossed the jungle and he will go to school. And that was happening on a daily basis. He was no longer scared. And he would tell his mother that Krishna came to me, Krishna came to me. So mother is like, yes, I know Krishna is very supportive and very kind. So she was still like not sure what's happening, but she was happy that kid is going. So one day the teacher said that in the school we are having a picnic kind of thing, and everybody has to bring in something. So this little kid was told that you have to bring in kheer. He came back home, told his mother that the teacher has asked that if I could bring kheer. So mother was very poor. She did not have milk or sugar or rice to make kheer for everyone. So it's like a desert, right? So mother said, why don't you ask Krishna? He will help you. It's like, no, I don't want to go to school because without kheer. It's like, no, don't worry, go. And he went into the jungle again. It's like, Krishna, I need kheer. Can you help me? And Krishna gave him. A little boy came and he gave him a pot. He took the pot to the school, and everybody started eating it. So everybody was served. It was really delicious. Everybody wanted more and more and more and more. And the pot did not go empty. So the teacher probably chided that itna chota sa, like he made fun of, like it's a small pot that you have brought in. The kid got really sad. But when they started eating, and it never ever got emptied. So there are many times this is like Krishna ji ki hadiya, right? Krishna ji with the pot of Krishna that never goes empty. There are many stories. Like very recently, also I read this story somewhere that in Orissa there was this guy. So he used to practice, like Orissa has like this very famous temple. What is that? What's the name of the temple in Orissa?
Jagannath temple.
Yeah, Jagannath Puri. Yeah. So Jagannath Puri. So Orissa has like lots of, like in Gujarat we have lots of like Krishna, like Dwarka and all. So that's like a Krishna culture. And even on the east side, we have lots of, like in Orissa, like a Jagannath Puri and all is on the eastern side. So there used to be this Brahmin. He was very poor, and every day he used to go for asking for the alms for his household. But he was like, everything anybody will ask, and he'll say, Bhagwan Krishna ne ye bola tha. Bhagwan Krishna said this. Like in the Gita, Bhagwan Krishna said that. Like he was like little like a living example of like everything is Gita. And so one day his wife said that, why are you like Gita, Gita, Gita? Like we're so poor. Go get the alms. I have to cook something. Enough is enough. And he went out to ask for the alms that day. He was like very upset. He did not get anything. And in the meantime, in his house, 2 boys came, 7, 8 years old, one fair and one in darker complexion. And they came with like bags, like the boris, the sachets, and it was like filled with so many things. So when the Brahmin's wife saw that, like, who are you? What do you? So like, I'm his friend's son, and he has said all of this. I'm your husband's friend's son, and this has been said to you. And she opened it. There was like so much of food items in there, rice, ghee, all goodies. And she says, wait, like where are you from? And like, sit down, eat. It's like, no, I cannot eat. I have some issues in my tongue, like it's cut. I cannot eat it. So we have to go. But you enjoy. Take all the stuff. And the Brahmin came, and there was like, the house was smelling so fragrant, so good, and he ate. And this is like the real story. Like it is a very recent story. It's not like hundreds of years ago. So he came back home, and it was like all fragrant. It's like the wife was very happy. And it's like, you sent all of this. Your friend sent so many things. It's like, which friend of mine? Did they give you the name? He said, no. He said, like, you have sent it. Your friend has given it to you. Said, I have no friend. And he sat down, and it's like, oh my God. So he asked, did you feed him? She said, I asked to stop and to eat before he leaves, but they did not stop. So in that context, many people say that nobody should go from your house hungry. Always be happy if you can feed anyone. Anyone coming to your house should be at least given water and maybe whatever you can give, but never send anyone hungry. So that is the easiest seva that you can do. In India, it is very easy, very common, but most of the time, people forget about it, like at least in the bigger cities. In smaller cities, it's still there. That nobody sends you if you do not have the food or dinner or lunch or snack with them. They will. But in the bigger cities, lots of people do not even interact that much. It does not happen, but just make it a habit if it's possible. Then the question came was that what if a sinner does bhakti or starts like chanting Gita and starts practicing, but he's a big sinner, what's going to happen? So we know the story of Angulimal, right? So the God immediately, like if somebody, even if like we all are sinners, we always say things which is like not 100% true, right? Whatever is going inside of mind, very few people have the ability to say exactly what is in their mind, right? So they try to manipulate they become little diplomatic about giving what is going into their mind. So we are in sinners, but here they're talking about like big sins that people think it's a big sin. But still, Krishna, when the moment you start to think that I want to change, he forgives you from all of your sin and he allows you to get to him. And he also does not differentiate between this bhakt versus this bhakt. Anybody who comes to him with complete devotion, surrender, he accepts wholeheartedly. So he said, like anybody coming to me, so be it like not only Brahmin who is like looking for the Brahma, but anybody who is like Vaishya or Shudra or a warrior or a woman, anybody coming to me and doing the bhakti, I will be always with them. So why he said woman? Because he said for women, they have so much of work. Like for them, like meditating, getting to the Gyan, yoga, reading Vedas, they have so much to do inside the house, taking care of the children, taking care of the parents. Right now, there is like something is because at that time males had to go to the field and it was a hard work, right? And women had to do hard work at home. So it's like it is very hard for women to take out time to meditate or go to the path of Jnana Yoga or Siddha Yoga or Raja Yoga. So utna like they don't have that much time. But even if whatever they're doing, if they keep giving it to Krishna, they will be fine. So Krishna is always the protector. Krishna will always be with you, and this is the easiest path to attain the enlightenment and above all the moksha and getting out of the cycle of birth and death. Everybody has to go out of this cycle, but how long you take this churning is up to you. Right now, if everything is going fine, oh, this life is beautiful, like why I have to die or why don't I have to come over here? But the moment a slightest pain comes to you, you're like, what to do, where I go, right? So coming back to this life, like, so this, if you have everything, be happy, but do not get attached to it. Neither to your pain, neither to your sorrow, neither to your happiness, neither to your desires. Do not get attached to everything. Whatever is coming to you, take it with ultimate gratitude and respect. But I should have this and this only. If you just leave it, that would be the best thing to do. Because when the old age comes and the body starts getting tired, you are unable to see properly, you are unable to hear properly, you are unable to walk properly. At that time, you're like, I don't need my body. This is like, no, I'm done. But when you're youth, you're having fun, it's like, oh, this life is beautiful. Like, why I have to go out of it? And that is the time that you need to actually start practicing being in the center. When everything is good, when your hand, neck, your body is good and you can still sit, you can contemplate and meditate, this is the time you start. You don't wait till you get to 60, 70, 80. Many people like, I think it's not my age. I'm not at that age. Abhi samay nahi aaya mera puja path karne ka ya meditate karne ka. It's not my time. But luckily, with Corona and everything, like lots of people have started looking for other options. Meditation is not a word that people do not understand. Like 30 years ago, there were very few people knew that what meditation was. Our grandparents knew about it, but the generation in between completely became like dwindled. There were very few people, but luckily at this point of time, even at schools, the students are taught meditations. So yes, there's lots of evolution happening, and obviously we are towards the end of Kali Yuga. So we are waiting for the Kalki avatar to come in, or Buddha Maitreya. So these are all like stipulated to come to the earth, and there are many messengers are needed to spread the knowledge. So let's see how things come, because obviously Krishna has said that as whenever the sin grows and virtue starts going down, Krishna has to come. So we all are waiting, and this is like the end of the Kali Yuga and Satyug. The difference between Kali Yuga and Satyug is that more and more people are in the enlightened or in the state of enlightenment or consciousness. They're a higher vibration state. They vibrate at the higher conscious state, versus Kali Yuga, where like most of the people are vibrate at the lower conscious state. So that is the only difference, that there more people are in sattvic state, and in Kali Yuga more people are in tamasic state. So to stay in the state of the sattvicness is the time. So definitely lots of you guys, we all are seeing how things are changes, the climate change, the corona, this and that, why this is all happening. So many people have perished in last 2-3 years, right? So all of us have to really give into the Krishna consciousness, and in knowing that we are the part of this Brahma from where the everyone is manifested. So we again connect to the divine light. The mantra is given as like Om Namo Narayana. And it's called Krishna consciousness, which is supreme consciousness, the divine light. So all of us just connect to the divine healing light, which we call upon almost every day. Breathe in, breathe out. On your crown, call upon your divine healing bowl. Let the light fall in it. And whatever you have learned in last 9 days, whatever you remember, start putting that in your divine healing bowl. All right. So we end this meditation today with the divine wisdom that has been passed to us on fix your mind on me. That is what Krishna is saying. Just be devoted to me, worship me, and just connect yourself to me. So at the end, you can come to me. And this is the secret knowledge that has been given in this chapter 9. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantuh, मा कश्चित् दुःख भाग् भवे ॐ लोकः समस्तः सुखिनः भवन्तु. May all be happy, may all be blessed. Namah Shivaya. Thank you. All right. See you all tomorrow. Everybody who's in here should be listening to this Mahatamya. I just feel that we all are very blessed to, even like I feel blessed that I am able to give this out, right? Through me, like the knowledge that I am accumulating from everywhere. And every day when something is happening, I'm questioning it. That what I should be doing in this situation, what I should be doing in this situation. And like something like when people come to me and they say, ma'am, somebody has taken my money and they're not returning me, what I should be doing. And every time I'm like, Hare Krishna. And whenever I say Hare Krishna, the word comes Yogeshwar. When I am answering this question, because he is the yogi, he's the Adi yogi, right? So let's get started and let's talk about it more. And so
even I want to share something.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Didi, you remember I went to Lonavala for that bungalow interior?
Yeah.
So I'm doing all those things na कि सारा time की surrender करो, कृष्ण को दे दो, कृष्ण को दे दो. You also told me कि मैं तुमको light में रखूंगी, but उसके बाद कोई बात नहीं हुई हमारी उसके बारे में. But continuously जब भी मैं वीडियो एडिट कर रही थी और बोलती जा रही थी ये आपको समर्पित है, ये प्रोजेक्ट आपके लिए है. And finally yesterday they called up and they said that you are going to do that project.
Awesome. So just to let
Sunday I'm going to take the measurements. So ये समर्पण ही शायद बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी था जो हम नहीं कर रहे थे. हर चीज को समर्पण नहीं कर रहे थे, ये बहुत बड़ी बात है. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your guidance. Thank you so much for your support.
ये जो चीज है ना, अब हम आगे की बात करते. इतनी देखो, यही जो you have answered the question जो which I was going to tell you guys, that was the thing that people like somebody has taken money, they're not giving me, there's so much of loan, I do not know how well I repay. And the answer, I'm like, hey Yogeshwar, what to say? And the foot, I just feel that Krishna's face in front of us smiles. Give it to me. ये लोन नहीं दे रहा है, कोई बात नहीं, मुझे दे दो कि ये लोन मुझे चुकाना है. मतलब that is how it is coming to me, that give me that loan, I will repay. कितनी बड़ी बात है ये, है ना, कि आप अपना कष्ट मुझे दे दो, मैं चुकाऊंगा. Right? So let's get started.